What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Another day, another dollar, and we're going to be breaking down the futures contract. I'm going to try to keep this video pretty short, pretty brief, as I've got somewhere to be. We put ourselves back into a balance yesterday, okay? Today, we took back the double distribution that we created yesterday, and then now we are one time framing up on the daily and working our way into the gap currently as I speak on the upside. We have now gotten above the monthly high and the weekly high, okay? I think I'm going to say that the weekly has now broken out of balance to the upside, but we'll see. I'm going to give the buyers the benefit of the doubt. We're going to say that they have officially started the one-time frame up on the upside. Same with the daily. We've one-time frame up on the daily now, and now the monthly has been put back into a balance. Yesterday, I gave you guys a couple scenarios on the downside and the upside, and the buyers did exactly what they wanted to see happen today, right? They opened up in the upper distribution, came down, filled the single prints, could not take out the day's low, and the balance low, guess what? Rotated back up, and this market just grinded up higher with a pretty powerful move after D period. And I got caught short a few times around the 90 level, and then around 97.50. I got caught short against the 400 level. Was like, maybe they don't, go trend up. They'll rotate back in, get a wide point of control as we were in balance on the daily, and ended up eating my words. Was down about $700 on the day, and then took a 2-lot long position around 44.07 and a quarter on this pullback in H, and held it to get to the and that was after we had already taken out the balance high. I felt like if we pulled back and held above this high back from the 8th, we'd have a good opportunity to at least go and test that area. So I had my take profit point at 44.20, just 3 points below where the monthly high was and the weekly balance high was, just in case we got near it and then wanted to roll over. So I took that trade. It came up. I got out of it. It was a beautiful trade. Made back my money and then some on that one trade. So I was very, very happy with how I handled that trade. I actually had a 3-lot, not a 2-lot, had a 3-lot, and made back good majority of the trade. I'm actually shooting towards, because I've been funded by Apex funding, and now I'm shooting for Top Step. I want to see how Top Step does some things. So I'm shooting for a Top Step funded account now. We'll see how that goes. So far we're up on it, and hopefully we'll be able to pass it within the next week or two. But just going to keep it brief. Today we go out with a triple distribution day. I will mark all the destinations at a later date. Maybe Sunday we'll review the destinations on the 30-minute time frame. But we go out with a triple distribution day. It looks like we are attempting to probe to the upside, as we still have a good amount of this gap to take back that we're working in currently. Now let's go ahead and look at the larger time frames. Let's go ahead and look at the monthly. Update you guys on that. We'll look at the weekly and then the daily. Okay, so monthly. Look at that. We came above the area that stops the one-time framing down, right? I had that area marked for you guys, clear as day, so you could see it. We have now put ourselves back into a 3-month balance. So we're going to go ahead and update this monthly balance. Monthly balance low, 41.2250 is going to be the monthly balance low now. 41.2250. All right. And now our monthly balance high is going to be this past September's high at 62. 45.62 flat will be our balance high. So we've gotten above where that 44.23.25 last month's high that stopped the one-time framing down. All right, we are above it pretty good now by about 10 points. We've gotten above it. So we are looking to trade inside of this large range from 45.62 down to 41.2250. Pretty large range. Only way we come out of balance now on the upside is if we take out that 62 level, and then on the downside if we take out that 41.2250 level. So rather large range here, about a 438 point range on the monthly time frame. Weekly, look at how it's just, now that we're in that balance, we're grinding towards that balance high. So your next upside destination as far as the weekly goes would be 45, 14, 50. Now that the weekly is one time framing up. Now we can look at what our previous weekly balance high was that 23.25 level. We are above it. Now the question is, are we just stretching that balance high, or are we actually one time framing up? Well, next week, if we take out this week's high, we will firmly be one time framing up. Okay, we do have a gap to fill on the daily time frame that could add as some resistance, but if we take out this week's high, whenever we close, whatever the high is for the week, if we take that out, your target on the upside would be 45, 14, 50. Okay, that's going to be your target. We're looking to find acceptance back inside of that previous balance area where we attempt to do come back on the week of October 16th. Couldn't do it, rolled over, had an outside week down. So we need to find acceptance within that 44, basically 4450 area and above, right? 4450 to 4500. Need to find acceptance within that area to go and attack these higher destinations on the upside. So the weekly, now one time framing up, your upside target is 45, 14, 50. Now let's go ahead and look at the daily. Daily is now one time framing up after putting ourselves back into a balance. We didn't stay in a balance very long. We got below the 50 for one day and bounced pretty good. So we are looking to fill this upside gap, okay? Looking to fill the upside gap, targeting that this high day here at 45.0750. Looking to get to that point on the daily. First target is the gap fill, all right? So the daily is one time framing up now. Really good range, 65 points, volume below average as of right now. We still have 9 minutes left in the time frame, or left in the day. So they could do about average. So volume, not the greatest, but still good enough to push this market and grind it up higher. We've been questioning whether or not we'd get this downside gap and fill it, or if we fill this upside gap. And right now, it looks like we are going to be filling that upside gap. That gap gets filled at 44, 43.50, okay? And then above that, you start grinding your way and attacking these upside destinations, okay? Those upside destinations being after that 44, 43.50 level is going to be the price probe at 44.6450. Above that, 44.7175 single print start, 44.77 single prints filled, and then all the way up is a magnet at 44.9875 10 wide point of control, afternoon rally high at 45.03, and then high day 918, 45.14.50. Okay, those are going to be your next upside destinations if we fill the gap come Monday or Tuesday, and continue to one time frame up both on the daily and the weekly. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'll be posting a video possibly Sunday to kind of give you an update on the destinations for today on the downside, as we do have several sets of single prints and a triple distribution to the upside. So hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for subscribing. Subscribe if you're new, and also go check out my boy Paul Asmar, YouTube, camelbacktrading.org. Go check him out if you want to join a supported community of traders. We'll catch you in the next one. See you.